Welcome to Man in the Middle. I'm your host, Bill West. Talking about the newest episode of WandaVision that just dropped. I saw it this afternoon. And wow, the show just keeps getting better and better. So we come in. It's supposed to be a special Halloween adventure. It looks like we moved to the realm of 90s Disney shows for kids. My daughter watched a bunch of those on but that's what it reminded me of. The story with Pietro, it seems to be the same Pietro from Age of Ultron with the face of Pietro from the X-Men movies. So a little bit of mishmash here going on. Possibly, we still don't know why he's there. I'm beginning to believe that Wanda wanted Pietro back so bad that subconsciously she opened the door to the multiverse, and that's where this Pietro came from. The twins are beginning to show powers. I can't remember their names, so I'm not even going to try. One kid is showing speed powers like Pietro. The other one is telepathic. I don't know if he has any, if he can move things with his minds or has any magic like Wanda has, but he seems to be able to read, or at least a spot. That's important later in the episode. Well, they're beginning to show, it's Halloween, and it gives them a good reason to show off the comic book, close to the comic book costumes of the Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Quicksilver. If we ever wanted to know why you don't see comic accurate costumes in the movies, maybe take a look at this one. I don't know if they could really pull off Wanda's costume in the movies like they've done with Captain America, Black Widow, Tony Stark, Ant-Man. Some of the more armored heroes are, that they've been able to make into armor. Wanda, with the bodysuit and the tights and the crown thing on her head, really would not transfer over well. Vision, all they had to do was do a subtle color change to the Vision, and I think they could have pulled it off in the movies. And probably the same thing with Quicksilver. Maybe they could have pulled his off a little, but it's funny to see them in more comic accurate and how they show up. Monica, there's something going on with her. She's passed through the barrier twice, and it's changing her. It looks like she may be getting her photon powers. I don't think they're going to call her Captain Marvel, so they'll probably call her Photon or one of the many other names that she's gone by through her through her history in Marvel Comics. While it's Halloween, Wanda, is getting ready to take the boys trick-or-treating, and Vision says, "I can't do that. I have to, be on patrol against vandalism or rotten eggs, toilet paper, this, that, and the other thing. Typical Halloween stuff. Shaving cream." Wanda is sort of upset with that, but Pietro says, I'll go with you. We have some brother-sister bonding time. And so they take off, and while the kids are going trick-or-treating, Vision's walking around the city. And he's beginning to piece together that things aren't quite right. You know, he goes up to one of his neighbors, and she's trying to hang something up. She's doing the same motion over and over again, like she's stuck in time. You can see a tear rolling down her cheek. He meets up with another neighbor or somebody else in town. The kids, she's watching her kids, and he walks up, Madeline, are these your kids? And she's not saying anything. Once again, it looks like he's frozen in time. And then he meets up with Agnes, who's dressed up as a witch, pretty appropriately, and that's who I'm beginning to think Agnes is. And she says, I'm trying to find the town square. And he goes, you've been lost in the city or the town that you've grown up in all your life. And she just sort of shrugs it off. And he does this vision thing where he releases her, and she sort of freaks out on him. Many people were believing that Agnes was the cause of all this, and maybe she's playing along. Maybe she is the cause of this, but I don't know. I'm having my doubts on that. Vision says, well, you know, he puts her back to what is normal is for her, and he decides he's going to get to the bottom of this, and he heads out toward the barrier. He's going to try to get through. And on the other side of the barrier, Kat Dennings' character is figuring out what's going on, and she runs to the barrier just in time to see him start to make his way through. And she keeps telling everybody to help him. Don't you see what's going on? As he's trying to make his way through the barrier, bits and pieces of him are heading back in to the hexagon. It's like he's dying all over again. In fact, I told my wife, I said, if he makes his way through the barrier, the only thing that's keeping him alive is one match, he'll die. And while this is going on, Pietro, Wanda, and the kids are at a Halloween festival, and that's where we find the kids start to show their powers. And Pietro is turning to Wanda. He knows she's in. She's the cause of this. He tells her how he probably would have done the same thing if that had happened. But he's saying how moral she was by keeping family units together, and giving them better jobs, and just making things better for the people of Westville. And she's sort of looking at him strange. And there's a part where they're talking where she looks at him, and though she's seeing the Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, he's got the gunshots from the Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. And she freaks out a minute, turns back, and everything's fine. And then we see the one kid who's developing, I think it's telepathic powers. He begins to feel his father die, and he goes up to Mom, to Wanda. Mom, something's wrong with Dad. And so she gets down to the meat of the problem, and I think she figures out that he's just trying to get out of it. And we get to see Wanda in her full form. Her eyes turn red. You can see, her beginning to manifest her power. The hexagon expands. I don't know if it expands on all sides. That would be my thought. That it's taking up more Westview. It goes further and further and further and further and further. It goes past the S.W.O.R.D. Turning it into a circus, and everybody in there, circus people. We see two swords people running away, and the barrier turns them into clouds. A Humvee is turned into a snow cone or some kind of snack vehicle. Yeah, there's one part where Kat Dennings' character, because she was causing so much problems for the leader of S.W.O.R.D, that he handcuffs her to a Humvee, and we see the wall of the hex roll over her. We don't see what happens to her, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. It's a great ending. This series is just getting better. I can't wait to see the end. I'm especially since it leads into Doctor Strange 2, which was one of my favorite MCU movies. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan, so I'm thinking about that's my next cosplay, but we'll see. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying WandaVision as much as I am, or even more. And we saw at the Super Bowl Falcon and Winter Soldier. I hope you saw the preview for that. It looks great. I can't wait to see it. But I'm Bill. I'm the man in the middle. If you like what you've seen today, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Maybe not timely. I have 2 days a week to do this. Maybe more if I am able to drop a video, but usually all channel maintenance I do on the weekends. I'm sorry. I wish I could do it. I wish I could be there, every day. But maybe someday soon. Once again, you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.